Hey folks, a bit of a longer intro today as we go over a few things. I apologize now, as we usually like to get you into the episodes as soon as possible. First, a huge thank you to all who have listened to us over the last year and a half. Further, Extinction Curse has made it to a full year of episodes, and we have essentially completed the first 2 books of the adventure path. Second, we want to update everyone about where we are and where we are going. Currently, as you know, since you are listening to this, we are releasing Extinction Curse weekly. Thanks to Patreon members, we are also releasing a Starfinder homebrew semi-monthly, and to round things out, we release interviews and other items periodically. Now the exciting part. If we reach $750 on Patreon, we will release a new Pathfinder 2e adventure path bi-weekly with all the original MNmaxed crew, plus adding Benzie from Starfinder. If we reach $1,000, we will make this a weekly release. So if you want to hear more MNmaxed, please consider checking out our Patreon, which you can find on our website, Facebook, and Twitter.
What are you doing, Swanee? You're not even yelling at them. How are they supposed to know that this is MNmaxed? Anyway, speaking of Patreon, a shout out to everybody at our big number level and above. Rock Jedi, Wolf, Blartimus Slump, Emily S., Jason K., Just Mike Works, and Ross D. All right, you can keep going, Swanee. Try and amp it up a little bit, though. Come on, energy, yelling!
Speaking of Facebook and Twitter, another way to help us is to like us on these platforms, even if you don't use them very often, and by leaving a review on your pod app of choice. These things help the analytics, which increase listenership, who may join Patreon and get us closer to these goals of more content. And finally, brand new this week, if you don't want to subscribe but want to drop a little financial support our way, you can hit us up on Venmo using @MNmaxed. Thank you for listening, and on to your regularly scheduled program.
Tonal juxtaposition, a recap of session 52. After killing Derricus, who everyone fucking hates, we move into the room to the west and are met with Mistress Dusklight. We have a brief conversation where we tell her she's under arrest. She calls for assistance, and her paladin friend Mazael comes to her defense. Very championly. Combat ensues and some advantageous things happen. Moonlight makes Mazael flee in fear, and Dusklight follows him. We chase them into a small storeroom where things go poorly for the adversaries. When Dusklight goes down, Moonlight goes out of their way to kill her. We save Mazael, though. Immediately upon her death, a strange wave of draining energy flows over us, seemingly coming from Moonlight. Creepy.
What do you all do after looting the room and leaving Mazael into a sobbing pile on the 4-poster bed?
Mazael, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you tell us anything we might need to know about what else we'll face in this place?
Going from here to... Okay, there's a switch outside the door to the curtained room that you were in to turn off the maze.
There's a maze?
Wait, there's a maze you can just turn off with a switch?
Well, no, you don't turn off the maze, but you turn off the Minotaur inside of the Maze of Mirrors.
There's an on-off switch for a Minotaur. I want to see this. Can we go take a look?
Yes. It's
Is it like immediate? Like if I get it in front of me and just start flipping back and forth, is it gonna like stutter?
Yeah, can we make him do like strobe dancing?
It's a maze of mirrors, and there's a Minotaur haunting it, if you will. I don't know. The switch turns off the portal to the other dimension.
You have a switch that can control a portal to another dimension.
I don't know how this works.
Is the switch detachable?
I don't know.
Just like walk around with the switch in our hand, just on, off.
You're not being that helpful right now. Like, do you not know everything about the inner workings of this magical switch?
No, she just put this maze of mirrors up. She just told me that before leaving to turn the switch off. That's it. This is a new arrangement, specifically for you folk.
You don't sound like you're that sad anymore. Like, you got over her.
And your voice is
quick.
entirely changed.
Entirely different. What am I? Oh, God. Have at thee! He tells you that there is a switch that turns off the Maze of Mirrors trap on your way out the door with the curtains.
What's beyond that?
That's where the 2 clowns are, with Dandasuka.
They scary?
Well, the clowns are hill giants.
Are they gonna attack us if we try to walk past them?
I don't know.
Would
Perhaps?
Would you like maybe lead the way for us?
What? I'm sorry. I asked for some time here.
We just left you alive.
I would like some time. Are you not agents of the law? Then cuff me back up and come back and get me. I would like my time.
I cuff him.
Is it bad?
I don't. No.
Oh.
I'm just trying to be a dick.
Moonlight will just, if anybody else is talking, Moonlight will cut him off. Just be like, where's Drogden?
That strange little man. He's after the room with the clowns.
So maze, clowns.
Maze? Clowns. Drogden. And I believe the Heavenly Host. And then out the entrance. The Heavenly Host you would know. They're basically lamias with wings attached.
Guys, can we just go make a hole in the wall or something? I can't make another door.
Attached.
Lamias with wings attached to them, yes.
You wanted to kill Drogden, didn't you?
Yes, we must see Drogden.
We must stop Drogden.
Can we just break a hole through this wall and then go give a good estimate where the second room is and break a hole through directly into the second room? I don't want to fuck with all that other stuff.
It's just a couple of hill giants.
I mean, you say that now, and then a couple crits later, you're making a new character.
Well, we definitely want to take care of Creel. I mean, I feel like Jeb's going to have some serious beef with Creel.
God damn it.
Have you ever seen a hill giant die?
I don't know. Do I need to do a wisdom check to find out?
What? No. That's up to the wizard.
I might have killed hill giants. I don't know.
Well, then it's going to be a unique and interesting experience.
So what do you do?
Let's flip this switch to turn off the Minotaur and go into the maze room, apparently.
Ah, yes, the Maze of Mirrors. So this is physically, when you go through this door, a maze of mirrors. But anyways, yeah, normally it would be when you're in this maze, you're in the maze spell, and you would be attacked by a Minotaur. So all the switch does is it turns the trigger for the trap on and off. But otherwise, it's a trap that's tied to the maze itself.
So we enter the maze. Do we have any problem finding the other side?
Not really. I mean, you turned off the magical trap. You were made aware of it. It is a maze of mirrors, so it's awkward and difficult to get through. But with enough time, you'd be able to get through it.
Unless our clown with a giant hammer just smashes through them all.
I mean, if you want to just go ahead on a mirror-breaking spree, I guess that's up to Peach Pie.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. How much bad luck can I accrue? I'd do it, fucking absolutely. Run around smashing every mirror I can, just having a great time.
Walking among shards of broken mirror glass as Peach Pie is going around and shattering all of the mirrors. As you open the door that's on the other end of the maze of mirrors, immediately on the other side of the door is a curtain.
Do we hear anything?
If you take a moment to listen, you do hear a low rumbling. Did you hear that? Sounded like glass breaking.
I want to do something silly and try and trick them.
You guys just want me to fireball the room?
Yeah, feel free.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, let's just do that. I just don't really have the ability to try and trick anybody.
Do you guys just want to just squeeze the curtain open a little bit? I'm gonna drain bomb that item and fire a fireball in there.
So Peach Pie pulls back the curtain.
Oh, look at how colorful. Looks like somebody killed a clown in here.
You open the curtain, and the scene beyond the curtain is a disaster. This plain wooden room has buckets of paint that have been thrown across and spattered. It's bright blues and yellows and reds. There are two hill giant clowns who are also drenched in paint.
And the floor absolutely looks like tons of blood splatter, except all sorts of different colors. So, yeah, it looks like a clown was killed.
It was well done on the map. Very well done on the map. When you pull the curtain aside, the bead from the fireball flies into the room. There's a place where you can get all three of its occupants.
Me too, right? I can cast a spell.
What are you looking for?
Weapon Storm. I'm right there.
So we just casting a bunch of spells, a bunch of AoEs as soon as Peach Pie just moves the curtains open and me and Spencer just launch spells in there.
The problem is there's really no surprise around it anymore, is
No,
there?
because you were so loud.
Yeah,
That's
but
the problem.
They go first anyway. We all go before them, so fuck them.
So, Jebediah, you're at the top of the order. You see into this room Creel, and you see his brother Pidkin, the two hill giant clowns. There's also a third creature in the room that I haven't really addressed.
Oh, what is that cute little guy?
Dandasuka.
It's Dan Dasuka. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
Well, he looks like a weird little kobold dude.
That dude's creepy as fuck. I want to be friends with him.
It's like a kobold mixed with a goblin. I don't know what he is. Probably some fey thing. But he's wearing like red sorcerer's robes. But they also like stop above his knees. And he's got big knee-high boots on. It's very interesting.
It is a small creature. And Dandasuka is a female. Dandasuka has another role in the circus. She is one of the acrobats. And normally she takes the form of a very attractive, lithe, slender woman to be the trapeze artist. Jebediah Peach Pie would recognize Dandasuka's true form.
Why is it labeled as Mazael then?
Oh, I did that backwards. My bad. Mazael is her name. She is a Dandasuka.
Wouldn't have made any difference. Never heard of him.
Yeah. Jebediah, you start the top of round one.
I'm just going to step into the room and I'll cast Weapon Storm on all three of these cats.
All right, Weapon Storm is an AoE based off of your Great Axe, right?
Yeah.
Reflex save. Mazael gets an 18. Pidkin gets a 21. And Creel gets a 30.
Our Creel will take half. 22 damage.
22 damage. And that's just Jebediah's axe, like flying around the room and slicing everybody. I love this spell.
Who needs Fireball?
Then after Jebediah, Peach Pie. It's your turn.
All right. I will simply rage and move into the room and get up to Pidkin, I guess. With my third action, I will attack. And I get a 34 to hit, which looks like it's a critical.
A 34 is definitely a critical hit.
Okay. I will deal him 49 damage and knock him prone.
Holy shit, that's so much damage. And he's prone too, right?
And he's prone.
Pidkin gets knocked on his ass by a big top stake driver right to the chest.
I'm done. Got some clown on clown action here. Intense. It's like the big top. It's intense. Intense.
After Peach Pie, it's Creel's turn. Creel has a bucket of paint next to him, and he picks it up and he throws it at Jebediah. Does a 27 hit.
Yeah.
Jebediah takes 17 points of damage, and you're spattered from head to toe with pink paint.
Ooh, pink?
What's the range increment of pink?
120 feet when thrown by Creel.
120 feet? Holy fuck.
More than like an arrow.
It basically doesn't, yeah, it just basically there is no range increment as far as it's concerned.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. With his second action, he picks up another can of paint and throws it at Peach Pie. He gets a 33 to hit.
Yeah, color me. Color me whatever you want.
Peach Pie gets dealt 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
What color am I?
And
Come on.
you
Never seen
are...
me before.
I already had the first one. I didn't think I was going to hit with two. Blue. Peach Pie is spattered head to toe in blue paint.
Perfect. This is my favorite combat.
Already.
It's just
hilarious.
Clown on clown and paint flying everywhere. It's too good.
All right, then with his third action, he draws his Great Club, which takes us over to Pidkin. Pidkin is currently prone. He's going to grab a paint bucket right next to him and swing it at Peach Pie. Now, this is technically a ranged attack, so Peach Pie would get an attack of opportunity if you would want to take it.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I feel a little bad killing him because this is so much fun, but I get a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
I deal him 25 damage.
You absolutely slap this guy, and as the paint bucket is coming around at you, you actually drive the paint bucket in the middle of the air through the swing into Pidkin's face, and yellow paint hits him full on right in the head because his attempt to hit you failed with a 19.
Love it. So good.
And covered in yellow paint, Pidkin uses his third action to stand up and his second action to stand up and his third action to draw his great club, which takes us over to Jazmael. Tumbles through the air to get behind Peach Pie, to be in between Peach Pie, or on the other side of Peach Pie from Pidkin, to get flanking, and will attempt to sink her fangs into Peach Pie's shoulder with a 32 to hit.
A 32 will hit.
Does that hit your flat-footed for a critical?
Flat, no.
No, okay. So Peach Pie is going to take 6... Wow, I rolled snake eyes on that. Wow. 6 points of piercing damage. But that also comes with a d6 of persistent bleed. Then with Jazmael's third action, she's going to claw. Gets a 19 to hit.
That'll miss.
All
I feel
right.
bad for this person.
Wizard, it's your turn.
First action will be to walk into the room so I can actually see everybody. I'm sorry, David.
What?
I drain bonded item and fireball the room.
I'm used to it at this point. We're all covered in paint and we're all clowns. How can you tell us apart even?
Aside from the whole hill giant thing, right? Well, Jazmael gets a 23.
Fail.
Creel gets a 29.
Success.
Pidkin gets a 19.
Fail.
And Peach Pie.
I got an 18.
Fail.
Shit rolls.
No, it's about average for me. 17 damage on 66. I remember when Swanee rolled like 19 damage on 46.
Yes, that did happen recently.
And it wasn't that long ago. And the fire engulfs the room quickly and singes everybody's hairs. That brings us over to Moonlight. It's your turn.
Moonlight steps just barely into the room next to the wizard. And, I think they're just going to throw a book at Mr. Pidkin here.
Poor Pidkin.
29 to hit.
29 hits.
18 bludgeoning damage.
Pidkin gets hit right in the head. And there's a square where the yellow paint spatters out in the shape of a book on his face. God, the end of round one, and there's paint everywhere. Jebediah, it's your turn.
I will give Turtle a chance to get in here and face her enemy, Creel, as we flank him.
Turtle and Jeb get in and flank Creel.
Yeah. Jebediah will attack with a 29.
29 hits.
19 damage. Turtle will attack with a 32.
Turtle gets a critical hit.
She deserves it. 35.
Holy shit. Peach Pie is beset on both sides by Pidkin and by Jazmael, but Jeb and Turtle pounce on Creel, and Creel takes a lot of damage. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
That's alright. I've got this. And I attack Pidkin.
Clown on clown.
26 to hit.
26 hits.
22 damage.
Peach Pie, jump!
I turn to Jazmael. I get a 29 to hit.
29 hits.
I deal Jazmael 23 damage. Partially resisted. Interesting.
Resisted down to 18.
With my third action, I will just try and take her down. Ooh, might even. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Ideal. 31 damage. Partially resisted. Dying.
Holy
Toad, you live
shit.
drop this.
Now that's a round.
That is around.
Peach Pie downs Pidkin and Jazmail. Was that 2 hits on Jazmail?
Yeah, 1 hit on Pidkin, 2 on Jazmail.
Wow. And you took Jazmail out in... She had only taken the fireball damage, softened her up a bit. But she wasn't exactly...
Weapon storm.
Oh, Weapon Storm,
too.
that's right.
Yeah,
God,
she
the
was heavy.
AoEs.
God, 76 damage in 1 round.
It's good to be lucky.
Well, after Peach Pie demolishes his opposition,
Jeb says the kills for Turtle.
Yeah, no arguments here.
it's Creel's turn. Oh, so hold on. Before we get there, I forgot about this. Jazmail got a good bleeding bite on Peach Pie. Peach Pie's going to take 4 points of bleed damage.
I roll an 18 and overcome it.
Peach Pie closes right up and stops bleeding. That takes us over to Creel. Creel, holding his great club, is looking back and forth frantically between Turtle and Jebediah, who's flanking him. He just goes, I know you! I know you! Creel, smash kitty! And Creel will take an attack on
Not good at smashing.
Turtle, get a 21 to hit.
He will miss.
Then with his second action, will backswing his great club to swing at Jebediah. Gets a 20 to hit. Hill Giants don't really do much don't really do anything aside from hit things. So he's going to come back around and swing his great club one more time at Turtle with an 18 to hit.
No.
Well, Creel swings wildly and misses all across the board. Wizard, it's your turn.
The wizard walks into the room finally and electric arcs Creel.
Reflex save, right?
Yep.
Creel gets a 24.
It's a failure, 13 damage.
Creel gets zapped. Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight also steps into the room. We'll pick up that book from across the room and throw it at him.
The one that's covered in yellow paint?
That's covered in yellow paint. We'll see if we can get it multicolored. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
22 damage.
Nice. Big book hit on Creel. And this square of yellow is plastered across his cheek. Brings us up to the top of round 3. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Cat will thrash.
Come on, Turtle.
29.
20. 29 hits.
15.
15 damage. Turtle takes a bite out of Creel, and Creel is looking real down.
27.
27 hits.
15.
Creel goes down on one knee. Oh, Creel, catch kitty! Kill the kitty!
Jebediah will help his friend.
Fucking lop his head off is what Jebediah does. Holy shit.
Get a 34 and then deals 35 damage to the clown giant.
34 is a critical hit, and 35 damage is an excess of 33 needed to kill Creel. Jebediah, you absolutely lop Creel's head off in the middle of his protests. The head hits the pavement.
2 down, 1 to go.
Who's still alive?
Drogden.
Oh, right.
It's the vengeance march through the heavenly gallery.
Yeah, that was another one that didn't take a whole lot of resources.
Loot!
Loot.
Mostly, does the spell slime notice any magic?
Can we maybe take 10 minutes in here, though, and just do a quick heal up?
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Let's see, Jazmail was carrying absolutely nothing except for her little Dendasuka clothing. Jazmail was a Rakshasa,
Wait, what?
the weakest of the Rakshasa variants.
Gonna say, she got rocked.
rocked.
That Rakshasa got rocked.
Yeah, no, she got her ass handed to her. Just
Rakshasas are pretty powerful.
there's a whole creature family, and the Dandasuka is pretty low. She had something else that she was going to be doing, but basically you guys going backwards through this thing completely screwed with the reactions of each of the rooms.
You're welcome!
Krill and Pidkin both have great clubs, hide armor, and that's it.
Don't even put it in our bags.
Nah, I don't want to.
Paint buckets. Peach Pie is absolutely covered in different paints right now. Jebediah's got pink all over him.
If Jeb wouldn't have killed Creel in that turn, on my turn next, I was going to just pick up some paint buckets and go pour them on Creel.
Jeb, you want me to clean that paint off you?
Please.
Clean it off of them.
It's getting crusty.
Peach Pie, I don't know if I can clean the paint off of you without cleaning off your normal paint.
Yeah, nope, I like it. Let's just leave it.
Okay.
It's fun.
So at the southern end of the room that is absolutely covered in spatters of paint is a curtain.
I go through the curtain.
In this room are images of moons and celestial bodies that adorn the walls. A small cage made of wooden bars, painted a garish red, stands against the north wall. Inside of the cage is this little furry thing. I don't know how else to describe it right out of the gate, just as this little furry thing. It's like the size of a basketball, roughly. It's got an eye stalk with a single eye. It has a mouth.
Like somehow both adorable and terrifying.
Recall knowledge.
The wizard recalls knowledge. I am pretty certain you're going to need to do occult on this one.
36 on a nat 20.
Okay.
What is this? Why does it have a giant hole on the front of it? And can I put my dick in it? Zoopnern.
Yeah. How would you pronounce this? Zweepnern? Zweepnern.
Zoopnern.
Zweepnern.
Zoopnern.
Well, the Zweepnern is a small aberration. As far as Dusklight is concerned, this is the only one in existence, and she has it. But
She had it. She's now dead.
This particular creature is so obscure. No one really knows where they come from. There are a handful of scholarly texts that might cover this creature, but this little purple furry ball with the eye stalk coming out of it and the one hole where its mouth is, for lack of a better words, cowering away from the party in the corner of the cage, and it makes this little sound as you enter the room.
I don't understand that sound.
Absolutely not.
Can you understand us?
It just huddles in the corner and it shivers.
It's so obscure, I don't know that it even speaks any language or anything.
There are no accounts of this thing speaking any language of any kind.
Is there a door or anything for the cage?
Not that you can really see.
Do I remember this or remember anything about it? Do I know what this is?
No, this must be a new attraction of some kind.
Well, I don't like it being in a cage.
Yeah, I'm looking for a door. 22 to search the cage for some sort of opening, some way to release it.
And I also search. And get a 23.
Underneath the wooden cage, it's on a table. And on the table there's a skirt of dark blue fabric that's adorned with like stars and things like that. You find a door in the bottom of the cage, but you also find a silk purse.
I feel like Moonlight just like walks underneath the table because they're so short.
Okay.
Like Peach Pie's like bending over and Moonlight just walks underneath. Is there a latch to unlock this door, or is it like a padlock type thing?
There's a padlock on it.
Thievery check to unlock the padlock?
Go ahead. You break a pick on a nat 1.
I try again. 17.
17 doesn't do it, but you don't break that pick.
Keep going.
Yeah, just go ahead and keep making rolls. In the meantime, while Moonlight's working on getting this padlock undone, there is a silk purse that's down here.
Moonlight will toss it out the edge. Like Moonlight's under the table, and they'll toss that out, and then start working on the...
The whiz catches it. Lightning fast reflexes.
Loot! I detect loot.
Wasn't even looking, he was just like, loot?
There are 2 items in this silk purse, although the silk purse is fine enough on its own that it's worth 10 gold. But inside of the purse, you find a magical tooth. That's right, a magical tooth. Looks like a molar hangs from a cord. The other thing that's in the silk purse is a diamond earring.
So I do get a 29 and then a 27.
Okay.
Any more blocks than that, or?
It takes 3 successes. Well, actually, you got it with a critical success on the second one.
Oh, the 29?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your 19 got 1, and the 29 got 2 more.
Okay.
Because it was a critical success. So you undo the padlock, and you open the door of the cage from underneath. And the eye stalk kind of like pokes out. Like, you don't see the creature right away when you open the door. It's not like it falls out when you open the door, but the eye stalk kind of like pops out and looks down at you from underneath the cage.
I'll like wave at the eye stalk and then just walk away.
It doesn't leave the cage immediately. The stalk follows you as you walk away, and while it's still in the cage, it makes eye contact with you when you're outside of the cage.
How big is this thing?
It's like the size of a basketball. A little furry purple basketball with an eye stalk and a mouth hole.
So, yeah, I mean, if it like makes eye contact with Moonlight just looks at him and goes, I don't know if you can understand, but you're free to go.
I have a feeling it's just gonna get captured again. Like, dude, you sure we want to set it free?
We'll let it go
Yes.
with the manticore.
I was thinking maybe escort it to like the edge of town or something. Wait, is it even from this island?
From
It's
a
not-
plane?
It's not.
We just take it and give it its own wagon in our circus and just have it be our friend.
I don't want to try to take it anywhere. If it wants to follow us, it can follow us.
I suppose
It
that's
can
fair.
do what it wants.
It doesn't really do anything other than just stand in its cage and stare at Moonlight.
Without knowing more, I don't know what else to do. If it wants to follow us, it can. I'll help it how I can, but we've got something to take care of.
What?
There's a curtain to the south.
Moonlight looks the curtain over for traps. Gets a 29.
There are no traps on the curtain, however, as you are examining it, you notice that there is an complete absence of light beyond this curtain.
Interesting. Very dark over there, guys.
I go through.
I cast light on something Peach Pie's holding.
Perfect. Well,
Okay.
actually, Bernard is on my shoulder, and Bernard is holding my wayfinder, and I just have Bernard like sit on my shoulder, holding the wayfinder lit. I keep forgetting I have that.
Oh, I just cast light on my own staff then.
I step through the curtain.
So you shine light into this dark room, and there are 2 prominent cages. When you walk into the room, inside of the cages, there's a larger cage to the southeast, and as you walk in and the light hits, you see this elephant laying down on the ground. When you walk in, he stands up and he rears up on 2 legs and he trumpets, and this ungodly, just grotesque green glow emanates from inside of his body, illuminating his skin and all of his organs, showing his skeleton. He goes back down on 4 legs, and he looks irritated.
It's a radioactive zombie elephant.
Yeah, that is
That's
a
what it
creepy
looks
looking
like.
elephant.
In the smaller cage directly to the west, as you enter this room, when you look the first time between the bars of the cage, you see a lion. But as it gets up onto all 4 legs from its laying down position, you realize that it's something much more horrifying.
Spiders. Oh.
This poor creature looks like it was stitched together with the parts of several different lions.
That's terrible.
Wild empathy.
The lion gets up and it roars at you. In between the 2 cages, in the dark, stands a dwarf. His legs look a little too long, his arms look a little too lithe, and he's wearing brightly striped pants and a vest. And he's holding a dagger. And Moonlight, without a doubt, this is Drogden, but he looks different. He's not just a dwarf right now. His limbs weren't quite so gangly and long before. And the dagger that he's holding, the one with the ruby in the hilt, when you look at Drogden, you see a spirit residing in that dagger.
Interesting.
He opens his mouth to talk, and this like black fog billows out of his mouth as he speaks, in between razor sharp, pointy, comically pointy teeth. And he says,
Yes, my creation has come back.
What have you done to yourself?
Done. No, nothing. Consume. Yes, you are a seed that I planted, and I intend to consume you now.
You can try.
initiative.
Let's do this.
Any chance I can use Intimidate as my initiative?
Oh, absolutely, do it. Moonlight, as you get closer to, and at any point during the combat, you can even notice it now. As soon as you can see Drogden and the dagger, you know when you have a tuning fork and you strike the tuning fork and you get whatever you're tuning right in time with it, that moment before, make them in tune, that like awkward out of pitch resonance is happening between you and Drogden and the dagger. Moonlight, the closer you get to Drogden, the more you will feel that. It's not going to impose any kind of condition on you. Yeah, like the closer you get, the more in tune that resonance feels.
Okay.
Everybody is going to need to make a will save. So let's go ahead and just do that now. It's a 60-foot aura. The wizard succeeds, Jebediah fails, Peach Pie fails, Moonlight fails. So everyone except the Wiz is frightened 1. While you're in this 60-foot aura, you cannot reduce your frightened condition below frightened 1. Drogden is going to delay. He stands there menacingly holding the dagger. The wizard, you're actually going to be the first combatant to go in round 1.
I cast invisibility on myself
Okay. The wizard goes invisible.
and move into the room for my third action.
Then after the wizard, Jebediah, it's your turn.
So both these guys are in cages?
Yeah, they're both in cages, but the doors are open for both of them.
Did they look like they could be shut?
Yeah, probably.
Well, Turtle's gonna move in and she's going to use Cat Pounce on her second move, and she's gonna attack this guy.
So Turtle's coming in and pouncing on Drogden.
What the frick? That was
Critical miss.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
19 is a critical miss.
Probably 30 AC.
Yeah, I'll charge down to this man.
Flanking Drogden with Turtle.
Yes, sir. How about a 20? Oh my god.
26 misses.
Alright, I'm done.
Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight is going to use their wand, which they almost never use, but so they reach out and touch Peach Pie and cast Circle of Protection Evil on Peach Pie.
Cool.
So a 10-foot emanation centered on Peach Pie. Creatures in the area gain a +1 status bonus to AC against attacks by creatures of the chosen alignment and to saves against effects from such creatures. This bonus increases to +3 against effects from such creatures that directly control the target. Yeah, I don't think that really matters. Because neither of these things are summoned, right? They're created.
The animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of them are summoned.
You just get a +1 bonus to AC against evil.
Third action?
That is 3 actions.
Oh, that's 3 actions. To cast that spell?
Yes, that is why I don't use it very often.
Oh, there you go. After Moonlight, it's the iridescent elephant's turn. The iridescent elephant blasts a beam of light from its trunk in a 30-foot line. And Jebediah is going to need to give me a fortitude save.
Gladly. How about a 27?
A 27 is a success. Jebediah is dazzled for 1 round, and then with its second action, it kind of kicks the door open, I should say, and then attacks Jebediah with their trunk. 20 to hit, which will miss. The elephant actually glows in a 15-foot radius, just so you know. And Jeb, when you dodge out of the way when the trunk is coming at you, it looks almost pained as it sits there and it glows, which leads us over to the stitched up lion. The lion made from lion parts. With its first action.
Frankenlion, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. Frankenlion, that's what I was looking for. Uses its first action to step out from its cage, and its second action to make a jaw attack on Turtle. It gets a 34 to hit.
Well, I'll be damned. Yeah, you hit.
34. Is it a critical hit or no?
No.
No. All right. Just get out of here. Turtle will take 18 points of piercing damage, and it will use its third action to grab Turtle. So it bites at Turtle's flank and grabs on with it. Which brings us over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
I moved right there with 25 feet of movement, getting right up next to Drogden. And I will use an action to rage, and I'm going to attack the guy. I get a 34 to hit.
A 34 hits.
I will deal him 26 damage.
All right, Drogden takes a hammer.
That's the end of my turn.
And that's the bottom of round one. We're going to go back up to the top. It's Drogden's turn. And he delayed last turn. Didn't quite get what he wanted. But that's okay. He's going to use his first action to casually walk around Peach Pie. He gets an attack of opportunity to do so.
I will take it. I get a 30 to hit.
30 hits.
I will deal him 22 more damage.
And you smack him again as he walks by casually.
Remember when I said it has a 30 AC?
Yeah, you were right.
You were correct.
He uses his second and third actions to cast a spell at Moonlight.
Okay, I'll use my reaction to get a +1 against it.
Ah, okay.
My Leshy superstition.
All right. Go ahead and make a will save.
Will save. We're gonna action point that.
Would have been a 19.
Would have been a 19 total. Instead, we get a 30.
Good.
That doesn't succeed. I don't know what will.
Good choice on the action, or the hero point. A 30 is a success, and the spell that was cast at you is something you're familiar with. It's Phantasmal Killer. So, Moonlight, for the briefest moment, sees wooden bars close in around them. And from that, they will take 4d6 mental damage. 15 points of mental damage.
Okay.
And you are now frightened 1.
Already frightened 1, so don't give a shit.
Yep, doesn't matter. Doesn't stack. Then after Drogden, the wizard, it's your turn.
Just chilling on the east side of the room, invisible. I really appreciate you lining everybody up for me, though. I drain bonded item and cast Enervation.
Enervation. Who's
Fortitude saves. It's going to be on the medium Fey, which is Drogden, and the kitty cat.
Drogden and the lion made of lion pieces.
Yeah, the kitty cat.
Yeah, kitty cat.
Fortitude saves.
Drogden gets a 33.
Okay.
And lion made from lion bits gets an 18.
So 33 is definitely a success. 18 is failure. Failure will be 48 persistent negative damage and drained 1. Drogden with the success will take 2d8 persistent negative damage.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Each living creature in the line must attempt a fortitude save.
Oh, good point.
Oh, that's true. Yep. So is the lion not technically alive?
The lion is not technically a living creature. No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't think about the lion being undead. So he will be... Oh, he has 2d8 persistent negative damage on him then.
All right.
And then for my third action, I'm going to use an ability I have not talked about yet. Bond Conservation.
Okay.
So if... Well, I'm sorry, I would have done this as my first action. So flip-flop this. This would be my first action, and then I used Enervation.
Okay.
Because if the next action I use is to cast a spell that uses the Drain Bonded item that I did, I get an extra use of Drain Bonded item for next turn. I have to use it next turn, and it has to be a spell that's 2 levels or lower from the spell I just cast. So with this being a 4th level spell, next turn I'm going to be able to drain bonded item for free on a 2nd or 1st level spell.
Got it.
But I have to use it that turn.
Use it or lose it, if you will.
Yeah, but it's basically a free spell as long as I know I'm going to use it. So,
All right.
cool. I'm done. That does take an actual action.
After the wizard, Jebediah, it's your turn.
I will take care of the animals. So I will strike at the undead lion, getting a 34 on a natural 20.
Nat 20 is critical hit.
We'll roll some dice. 37.
37. It's a big hit on the lion. It's still standing, but that's a big hit.
Then we'll have Turtle make a frenzy of attacks on it as well. 29.
That hits.
14 damage. I will attack again with a bite. And natural 20 on the dice.
Shit. Turtle, nat 20.
And I roll for 37 damage.
Damn.
I feel like our fighters are rolling really fucking well tonight.
Yeah, they are.
We're back, boys.
Turtle and Jebediah just ravage this unfortunate creature. It smells dead. Turtle would be able to share with you that it smells dead.
I don't want her to.
Don't want her to share that.
I want her to share that information.
Keep that to yourself, Turtle. Then after Jebediah, Moonlight, it's your turn.
Oh, we'll try to frighten this guy. 36 against his
Will DC?
will DC.
Oh boy. That would succeed.
Well, that will make him frightened 1.
Everybody's scared up in this bitch.
Everybody's afraid.
Before you move forward here, he looks at you and he smiles and he kind of chuckles. He is not frightened 1.
He's not frightened 1.
He is not.
Is he immune to frightened?
He is immune to fear.
Fucking paladins.
What?
Fucking
He's kind of like walking towards Moonlight this whole time, just nonchalantly avoiding and ignoring the rest of the party.
That might change what I wanted to do then. So we're gonna try a new spell that I've never used before.
Ooh.
I need a fortitude save from him.
Okay. He gets an 18.
Oof, that is a failure.
Okay.
This is Vampiric Maiden.
Vampiric Maiden?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about this spell.
Ghostly Iron Maiden snaps shut on the target and drains its vitality for your gain. It deals 44 piercing damage and 44 negative damage, and the target must attempt a fortitude save.
Oh, that's so
You gain temporary hit points equal to the negative damage the target takes, and that's pretty much it. So the target is briefly trapped, and since it's a failure, the target is briefly trapped within the Vampiric Maiden. The target takes full damage and is immobilized by the Iron Maiden for 1 round or until it uses an interact action to extricate itself, whichever comes first.
Wow. So what does the maiden look like?
Roots, trees made out of wood.
Specifically for this guy, I think it's gonna look like a small box, just big enough to fit him. And yeah, like on the inside, the spikes are gonna be like branches, like thorns,
Okay.
instead of like metal. I'm thinking this is like all wooden.
Awesome. So that deals him 12 points of piercing damage.
Yep, and then 11 negative damage.
Right. And he takes all of that. He's stuck in this.
And then I gain 11 temporary hit points.
Fantastic turn, Moonlight. That takes us over to the iridescent elephant, who uses its first action to walk out of its cage, its second action to strike Peach Pie with its trunk. Does a 23 hit your flat-footed AC?
I guess it would.
It would.
However, as it moves there, I suppose I'll take my attack of opportunity on it.
Okay. You can do that.
I get a 19 to hit. Miss.
That will miss. He doesn't deal you damage, but instead picks you up with his trunk.
Okay.
and just kind of holds you there in front of him.
Okay.
As he holds you up to eye level, you look into his eyes, and you realize that those are your eyes. They're sad, pained, and Peach Pie feels an immediate connection to this elephant.
Okay.
Which leads us over to the large undead lion. It will attack Jebediah with a nat 20 on the die.
Jeb.
There's a lot of nat 20s going on over there.
There really are. Jebediah is going to take 32 points of damage from the critical hit. It's going to use its second action to grab you, and then uses a claw attack.
Is the undead lion evil?
Oh, it's very evil, yes.
Because with where Peach Pie is, Jeb and
Yeah.
Turtle and Peach Pie would all have +1 against evil creatures. It's a 10-foot emanation.
Well,
Just
that
reminding everybody that you have a +1 AC against evil things.
claw on Jebediah, natural 1 on the dice is going to miss, which would bring us over to Peach Pie. You are currently being grabbed, lifted into the air by the iridescent elephant, and it's staring you in the eyes.
Well, I guess I've got nothing to do other than attack it, so that's what I'll do.
Okay.
That's a nat 1, so I'll miss with my first attack. Second attack, I get a 21, which looks like it hits.
Does.
I deal it 28 damage, and with my third attack, I get a 19 and miss. I am done.
Miss. And after Peach Pie bops the elephant on the head, I'm going to back up to Drogden. He's currently immobilized, but you said he could use an interact action.
Yes. He can make an interact action to extricate himself from the maiden.
Okay. So he'll do just that. He'll spend his first action to extricate himself from the maiden. So he's no longer immobilized. He's going to use his second action to stride up to Moonlight. And he's going to stand over Moonlight and swipe at them with the dagger. He gets a 37 to hit.
That's a fucking critical.
What?
48 points of damage to Moonlight as Drogden walks up and slices Moonlight across the chest. And you will need to give me a will save.
24.
Okay. 24 is a failure, which you are now frightened 2, as opposed to just frightened 1. As Drogden slashes you with the dagger, the ruby-hilted dagger, the little tendrils of moss that are on Moonlight's bark stand on end, as they are very afraid of this dwarf's demeanor and stature. It's different, it's scary, and it's otherworldly, but the most off-putting thing is that resonance as he approaches you to slice you with that dagger really starts overwhelming your senses. It is now the wizard's turn. Oh, nope, sorry, gotta come back. He takes 8 points of negative damage from that persistent enervation and rolls a 14 persistent damage check and fails. So he will continue to take that damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, wizard, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use that pre-grade bonded item, first level magic missile, and I'm gonna hit the kitty cat with 3 missiles. I'm gonna try to put it out. 14 damage.
14 damage as 3 magic missiles hit the lion made of lion pieces, and that kills it. And that takes us over to Jebediah. It's your turn.
Her will just stay there, and she will strike at the elephant. 28.
28 hits.
12 damage.
Elephant takes some damage, and it trumpets in pain.
And then another roll for 3.
Turtle misses.
And then I'll reach out and drop this big heal on my boy, Moonlight. Or person, thing, tree.
My
Heals
tree.
for 43. That'll be good. That's it.
2-action heal on Moonlight. That's a big deal. Moonlight was not looking great.
Moonlight was looking very, very poor, actually.
Yeah. Which brings us over to Moonlight.
Moonlight will reach out and try to touch him. Need a fortitude save.
Drogden gets a 19.
Luckily, he's been rolling really poorly because he fails.
All right.
I am casting Vampiric Touch on him. He will take 20 damage, negative damage.
All right.
And I gain 20 temporary hit points.
Which you really could use right now.
Yes, I can.
20 or 10?
I gain 10. I gain half. Did I say 20? Sorry.
You did.
I deal him 20, I gain 10. And then third, I don't know, maybe he's going to get an attack of opportunity, in which case I'm fucked. But he didn't already take one, so 5, 10, 15. I use my third action to move closer to Jeb and Peach Pie.
So you kind of walk around him and get over closer to your party.
That's my turn.
Then after Moonlight, it's the elephant's turn. The elephant uses its first action to maintain its grab on Peach Pie, and then uses its second action to make a foot attack. It's going to kind of rear up and kick at Turtle. Gets a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Then Turtle is going to take 19 points of damage. And when the elephant kicks Turtle with its foot, Turtle needs to make a will save. This like flash of light happens, and a spray of color.
33.
That succeeds. So no concerns there. The elephant will use its third action to look into Peach Pie's eyes.
Nothing seems to be happening from that, huh? Mechanically?
Nope. It's just looking at you.
Okay.
Then after the elephant, it goes over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
Still being grabbed. Well, I guess I could try and make an athletics attempt. Nah, it's easy to hit. I just rolled poorly last time. Let's just try and take it out. I attack. That's a nat 20.
Ugh, that's a critical hit.
I deal it 39 damage.
That's a big hit.
Attack
Just
again.
a shitty hit.
I mean,
Or rolls.
I get a 28 to hit.
that's another hit.
I deal it 31 damage.
And you crush the elephant's skull.
I kind of feel bad, but I needed to get that guy off of me. And then with my third action, I move up and get in Drogden's face.
Then that's going to take us up to the top of round 4. And that's Drogden's turn. With Drogden's first action, it's going to cast a spell at Peach Pie. And Drogden doesn't know any better.
I will take that attack of opportunity.
Go ahead.
And looks like I'll miss with the 28.
28 will miss.
I think I'll take my action point and I'll try that again.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Nope. Gonna miss.
Nope, still a miss. All right. Then it's going to get its spell off. It's going to cast Phantasmal Killer again, this time at Peach Pie.
Okay. What do you need from me?
I need a will save.
31.
31 is a success. What is Peach Pie most afraid of?
Being happy.
Yeah. Peach Pie sees rainbows and laughing children.
It's just too much. And you take 19 points of mental damage.
19 points of damage. I'm scared of Drogden.
For his third action, is going to slice at Peach Pie with his dagger. Gets a 28 to hit.
That will hit.
That is going to deal you 30 points of slashing damage.
You should have just done that, guy.
You also need to give me a will save.
Another will save?
Another will save.
23 this time.
23 fails. And you are now frightened 2.
Yeah, all right.
He slashes you with that dagger. After Drogden, it's the wizard's turn. Oh, shit, that's right. I keep forgetting this. Drogden takes 7 points of persistent negative energy damage from the enervation, but this time rolls a 19 and succeeds versus the persistent roll. As the last time you'll take that negative energy damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep chipping away at him. Drain another bonded item for level 1 magic missile.
Level 1 magic missile. Go pew pew pew.
14 damage.
That's actually really good on those rolls. One away from max. 4 full-powered magic missiles. Pew pew pew. Right in his chest. He stands tall. The odd thing about Drogden here is that he seems utterly unperturbed with all of your attempts to, stop him or deal him damage. You hurt him, but he doesn't react to it in any way. He just keeps smiling that crooked smile. Jebediah, it's your turn.
Jebediah will charge up into the right of this cocky guy here, and I'll swing, and I'll do really poorly with a 22.
That'll miss.
And Turtle is going to use Cat Pounce to stride and strike.
Flanking force comes into full effect.
We'll miss.
Ooh, 20 misses.
We'll do it again. And we miss.
22. That'll miss as well.
That's all I got, dude.
Alright, Jebediah, miss. Which takes us over to Moonlight. It's your turn. Your party has pinned this man away from you.
Sorry, I'm still looking to see about that. Using a higher level slot to cast a lower level spell. One of the things I was looking at doing was casting invisibility on myself, or at this point, I want to try to cast Hideous Laughter, which is a second level spell, but I have no second level spell slots left.
Yeah, I don't see anything on it, and, to be honest with you, just due to the nature of what you're trying to do, I mean, yeah, versatility is a upside to this, but from a power standpoint, I don't see any issue with you, sacrificing higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell. I just don't see an issue with it. Because, I mean, the way that heightening works is that you could cast that level or that spell at that higher level. It wouldn't matter.
But sorcerers would have to learn it at a higher level.
Oh, that's right.
First edition, straight up says it. And if you're not seeing it, then I don't know.
I don't think it's a thing anymore.
Until I can find something that says I can, I just won't do it. Instead, I will take a step forward, and Peach Pie is getting all the buffs. I'm going to cast Heroism on Peach Pie.
Yay!
Heroism on Peach Pie.
So you gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
Does it do it automatically, or do I need to do it?
You need to do it.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Then after Moonlight, Peach Pie. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, I attack him. I get a 26, and looks like that misses.
That'll miss.
I get a 25, and that misses.
Yes, it will.
And with my third action, since it's extremely unlikely I'm going to hit him. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah. I'm going to cast Battle Medicine on myself and critically succeed.
Nat 20. Nice.
And heal myself for 30. And that is my turn.
Then, after Peach Pie, top of round 5. Now that you're all surrounding him, dealing him damage, slicing him, clawing him, biting him, you see that...
I missed every attack on him.
I suppose, you're right. But now that you're this close to him, you can see that his wounds are healing every round. With his first action, he claws Jebediah. Gets a 33 to hit.
Okay.
Jeb's going to take 14 points of slashing damage and needs to give me a will save.
Wait, both his claws and his daggers are 2d12?
Fuck. I keep saying claws. It's his dagger. Sorry. The dagger is the...
He did claw damage to me.
Claw equals dagger. What would you get in your will save?
34.
34 is a success. But you're already frightened, so nothing changes.
Totes.
Then he's going to use his second action to move in between Jebediah and Peach Pie. And yes, Peach Pie, you do get an attack of opportunity here.
I will take it. I get a... Nope.
21 misses. Finishes his move action to go adjacent to Moonlight and will slash at Moonlight with the dagger. Gets a 35 to hit.
It's critical.
Moonlight's going to take 47 points of damage.
Goodness.
Strachan walks up and just stabs Moonlight right in the chest with it. The ruby glows when that contact is made. Wizard, it's your turn.
I move up behind Moonlight. Drain Bonded item, second level spell, invisibility, cast on Moonlight.
Moonlight goes invisible. Well done, Wizard. Then after Wizard Jebediah, it's your turn.
Move back into flanking and attempt to swing. I will do the damage with 33.
33 hits.
23.
Jeb does 23 points of damage.
The cat will follow up. She's gonna use her action, her hero point.
She does have 2.
She's a hero. Take pollution down to 0. Fuck it, she's gonna use another one because she's a hero. Other attack and be done.
Turtle misses. Yeah, that hurts. Turtle misses a bunch. Jeb does a good hit, gets a good hit on Drogden, but Turtle misses a lot. Once. But lots of hero points were spent. Moonlight, you're invisible. It's your turn.
I activate Reflection of Life. So I gain fast healing 4. I'm gonna move and try to hide in this cage.
Moonlight gets some of that fast healing action and then retreats into the cage that the lion came from. Then after Moonlight, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
I will also activate Reflection of Life. That's a great idea. And then I will use my third action to attack. Considering this guy's so hard to hit, it's barely worth it to attack with anything other than your first one. And I will miss.
Yep, 25 misses. After Peach Pie, it is his turn. Drogden will spend his first action moving away from Peach Pie.
I will take an attack of opportunity on him. 29 to hit.
29 misses.
All right.
He steps deeper into, like, completely walks past Peach Pie, walks past the wizard, and is just wildly looking around. Moonlight! Moonlight! Come here! It's going to use a second action to seek. It's going to use its second and third actions because it needs to search in 10-foot squares, since it doesn't really know exactly where Moonlight is. It uses its second and third action to search in front of him and over by the cage, all while calling out to Moonlight. Wizard, it's your turn.
That dude's a little crazy, so I'm gonna back away from him. Back by the entrance that we came in. And I will cast a... I'm not gonna hit him with anything ranged, am I? I'll electric arc him.
All right, reflex save, right?
Yeah.
He gets a 28.
16 on the 44, so 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
Yeah, he succeeded.
Jebediah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll just counter in again. Try to just get lucky with a silly attack. 32.
32 hits.
Garbage. 14.
14 damage. He takes all of it.
Turtle moving in with a pet cat bounce.
Get that flanking bonus. Go on, Turtle. Fuck.
And the second attack.
22 misses.
16 done.
16 also misses. Fighter's doing real good going up into this one.
Well, we know how close or what the numbers are in this, and when we're sitting here both drained and frightened,
Yeah.
it makes a difference.
Yeah, it really does. Well, Moonlight, you're invisible. This thing's looking intently for you.
First, I gain 4 hit points. I do nothing.
Moonlight delays or passes?
Delay.
Delay. All right, Peach Pie, it's your turn.
I also heal 4. And then I will move up, be in flanking with Turtle.
She a big bitch.
She is. It's nice that she can give both you and I flanking. And I attack. I miss, and I will attack again. That time I get a 30 and hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Sure would be nice to roll well on the first attacks. I deal it 27 damage.
27 damage. Crocton just getting hit, and he's looking down. It's his turn, and he's frantically searching. Moonlight! He uses his first action to seek, doesn't see Moonlight. And with its second and third action, it will attack Peach Pie and then Jebediah. Peach Pie, the 29 to hit. Hits. Give me a will save against the fear effect. 19 points of slashing damage.
On my will save, I get a 24.
A 24 fails, which means you are frightened 2.
You do have a +1 to saves.
25?
25 does not quite make it either. And then the second attack, dagger swipe, for a 19 against Jebediah. Wizard,
Electric arc. Reflex save.
the 29.
It's a success. I roll 11 damage, so he'll take 5. Third action. Is that thing still in the cage behind us?
Yeah, it is. The door is open on the bottom, but it's not doing anything.
Okay. I was just wondering. I'm not going to do anything with my third action.
Then Jebediah, it's your turn.
Just continue flailing at this thing. 30,
That hits.
23.
23 damage.
Attempt again. Miss with the 11.
Yeah,
Move over to Turtles. 32.
that'll hit.
17.
Turtle bites off a chunk.
25. Miss.
25. That'll miss. Well, Drogden is searching frantically for Moonlight. Moonlight delayed last turn. Drogden looks like he's bleeding profusely everywhere, completely ignoring everybody else around him, and just slashing wildly at those getting in its way of finding you.
Moonlight's gonna use that to their advantage and just delay still.
All right.
If he can't find me, then he's wasting time trying to find me, which gives us an advantage.
True.
Moonlight's not terribly proud of it, but
It's effective.
but it works.
Well, that brings us over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
23 miss.
23 misses.
Attack number 2, 25 miss. Attack number 3, 15 miss.
It's Drogden's turn once more, and he stumbles forward. He picks a random direction. It's not occupied by one of the party members.
I take my attack of opportunity.
And he stumbles forward. Yeah, it's not a step. He's just walking forward, unheeded.
I miss anyway.
Natural 1. With his second action, he will seek once more. May actually be able to get to see or hear Moonlight on this one. Nope. Doesn't get that. Third action swipes wildly at Peach Pie with the dagger. Natural 20 on the die.
Hit.
Peach Pie will take 39 points of damage, and you'll need to give me a will save.
I fail. 17.
17 that's a critical failure. You are frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round. Wizard, it's your turn.
I moved to where I can see him, so just 10 feet down. Electric Arc.
Reflex save, he gets a 28.
Succeeds. 13 damage, so 6.
Jebediah, it's your turn.
I think Moonlight's gonna use their delayed turn.
Gonna come out.
Yep.
All right.
Hoping to just finish this guy off. He's gotta be close. Ranged, or reach metamagic for vampiric touch.
All right. Well, he will make a fortitude save then.
Guys, look!
Gets a 20.
That is a failure. So he is gonna take 17 negative energy damage.
Moonlight, popping out of the invisibility to cast the vampiric touch, drains the remaining life force out of Drogden. And this, the lights seem to flicker and everything shakes for a moment as that life force goes into Moonlight, and this clear tone goes through the room, and everybody's drained condition reduces by 1.
Very fitting that Moonlight got the killing blow on that.
I already like that, especially since it was that spell too.
Yeah, the negative energy.
When Drogden falls, his form shrinks somehow. Those awkwardly elongated legs and arms shrink down. And the dagger that he was holding, the ruby-hilted dagger, suspends in the middle of the air for a moment before it too falls to the ground.
Don't touch the dagger.
I won't. I wonder what that elephant was doing looking into my eyes.
Trying to make a connection to you.
I was hoping we were going to get it for our circus.
I couldn't let it keep
Pretty
holding
sure it
me.
doesn't feel good.
Yes,
Well,
probably
it doesn't feel anything anymore.
Yeah.
True.
We ended its suffering.
You ended its suffering.
I ended its suffering.
Derricus, dead. Dusklight, dead. Drogden, dead. We near the end of Book 2, and as our heroes take care of the things that happened in their past, they must look forward to what's going to happen in their future. Will they seize their destiny to become heroes? Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.